Hey, welcome back to Are You Shitting Me, the solo series I do called Something I Learned While Avoiding Real Responsibilities. I'm Brett. Grab your beer. Let's do this.
Here's something I learned while avoiding real responsibilities.
Today's topic, the video game crash of 1983. And before you say, Brett, that's a nerd topic, stop. Hear me out. Because this story is greed, stupidity, a movie tie-in gone catastrophically wrong, and a literal burial in the New Mexico desert. Are you shitting me? In 1982, video games are exploding. Atari is basically a money printer. The home console market hits something like $3.2 billion. People are losing their minds over games. Arcades are packed. Kids are begging their parents for cartridges, which were the games. They put it inside the console and then you could play it. Investors are throwing cash at anything with pixels. And then, because this is how every good story goes, everyone got too greedy, too fast, and the whole thing face planted. Here's what actually happened. Number one, too many consoles. Suddenly you've got Atari, Mattel, Coleco, Magnavox. Everyone's got a console, and none of them are compatible with each other. Consumers are confused and pissed off. Number two, and this is real, nobody was quality checking the games. Pretty much anyone could make an Atari game. No gatekeeping whatsoever. So you've got hundreds of garbage, barely playable, misleadingly boxed games flooding the shelves. People bought them, got burned, and kind of stopped trusting the whole category. And number three, home computers. Commodore and Apple start selling affordable computers that also play games and do real stuff. Parents go, why am I buying a toy when I can buy a computer? Boom, console sales crater. But this was sort of the clincher. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, the Atari game. 1982, Atari pays somewhere between $21 and $25 million for the Spielberg license. $25 million. And then they give the developer, one guy, Howard Warshaw, 5 weeks to build the entire game. 5 weeks. For context, they expected it to sell millions of copies at Christmas. 5 weeks. The game came out. It was nearly unplayable. Nobody could figure out what was happening, and it bombed spectacularly. Millions of unsold cartridges. Gee, I wonder why. 5 weeks. So what does Atari do? They take the unsold games and reportedly other return games, and they bury them in the desert. In Alamogordo, New Mexico, covered them in concrete, and for years, people thought this was an urban legend until 2014, when they actually dug it up on camera in a documentary. The cartridges are real. They found them. By 1985, the American video game market had lost something like 97% of its value. 97%. Atari went from being Warner Communications' biggest moneymaker to basically worthless. And then Nintendo, the Japanese company, watched the American market explode and go, okay, that's what we don't do. They launched the NES in 1985. They don't even call it a video game console. They call it an entertainment system. They gatekeep third-party games with the Nintendo seal of quality. No garbage allowed. And they ship it with Super Mario Brothers. And that was it. Gaming came back. Never crashed like that again. The moral of the story, quality control matters. Don't bury your problems in the desert, and never give one developer 5 weeks to save your entire company. That's what I learned while avoiding real responsibilities today. I'm Brett. This is Are You Shitting Me? Subscribe, tell a friend, watch for AYSM on Instagram and Facebook, where you can suggest topics. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Here's something I learned while avoiding real responsibilities.